You see a bald, tough guy sitting in front of you. His hands are clenching a clay cup with some kind of suspicious liquid. His body is safely covered by heavy armor. Having noticed you, the big guy lazily salutes you with 2 fingers and without blinking an eye takes a sip from his glass. Hello there, traveller. You interested in doing a little work? Because I can tell that you're one hell of a guy. That's interesting. I see you've got quite the, the attentiveness skill. Thank you for the kind words. What's this job you're talking about? It'll suit you perfectly. There'll be fighting, shooting and slashing involved. Nothing a real wastelander wouldn't like. It's a job for a real hunter. A real man, not a boy. So let me guess. Do you need someone killed? Not necessarily, but it could come to that. You see, this one fat cat from Trudegrad had ordered a crown made entirely from wolf fangs. A crown? What's it even needed for? Whatever. It's not important. What is important is that I get the required fangs myself. I need someone to get them for me. I need a hunter. Damn, I've been selling my fangs to have come across them. How many do you need? Not that many. 30 should be more than 30. And let me be honest with you, any fangs will do, because my client isn't able to tell the difference. What do you say? Sure, I can get the fangs for you. I'm not worried at all, because I could tell from the very beginning that I trust you completely. You won't let me down. And now, were you looking to buy something? Yeah, this guy does have a lot of the attentiveness skill, I guess. Ooh, and he's selling the bullets in this outpost. Might buy the 7.62x54 whilst I'm here. Oh, I could have asked him if he could have given me... never mind. Yep. At least I didn't waste my money. Could you ask... could you at least answer a couple of questions for me? Questions? Alright, why not? I'll answer some questions. How did you end up here in Caravanserai? I walked here. Well, same as everybody else, I suppose. There isn't much to do in the north now. It's a great place to be if you enjoy fighting gangsters and catching bullets, but if you're looking to survive, it's best to stay south, closer to Krasnostamonia. I'm not scared of danger, but I'm not willing to risk my life for nothing. You and me both. And what else do you do? I make things, and promise not to laugh. I arm wrestle. Have you heard about arm wrestling? That's what I sometimes do for money. I have plenty of strength and endurance. Why don't we try that? Standard price is 100 rubles. I'm not throwing 100... Wait. No, he can't really... I mean, what if I fail? Will he teach me something? Strength and endurance, you say? Why the hell not? Here's 100. You pass the money over to the man and rest your elbows on the table surface. Am I going to go through the table? Your opponent does the same as you... And your opponent does the same as you interlock your hands. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Would stand the first push. You're huffing and puffing, but your opponent is obviously stronger. Slowly but surely your hand is moving lower and lower, until finally your hand touches the sticky surface of the table. It's done. The fight is over. And that's how I make a living. No offense. Yeah, I'm not in the best shape. Have you heard any interesting rumors? People say that the political situation in the central region of the Wasteland has become very complicated. I, however, think that it's painfully simple. There is Krasnostamonia and there is Paragon. They don't like each other and keep pulling stunts on one another, especially Krasnostamonia, and that's it. It's a story as old as time. It's like the USSR and the USA. I guess you're right. And any advice? I advise you to stay to rest in the wasteland more often. It's obvious that you know how to make a fire, so use that skill. Having an extra snack never hurts anyone. That is true, I guess. A bearded old man in a tuba taker is sipping tea from a small porcelain mug and worriedly tapping his fingers on the tabletop. The old man's gaze lingers on you for a moment and he smiles politely. Welcome to the Caravanserai. How can old man Makhmudov help you today, Aki? Yeah, I've heard of you actually. Makhmudov? I've been sent from Krasnostamonia. You don't say, directly from Krasnostamonia? What did they want with that little caravanserai? Ah, yeah, I was asked to speak to him about sort of turning it into an outpost, wasn't I? The same thing they want from every settlement. You need to set their they want you to set their authority. Oh, is that so? Big words coming from a big city man. You know what? I might agree to their demands if you decide to help me, Aki. We have a problem that to you might seem insignificant, however we find it rather perturbing. Okay, and what is it? Our cook, Arson, has gone missing. The thing is, he isn't just a regular line cook, oh no. He's the best cook in all the gorge. He's a favourite of every caravaner, adventurer, mercenary who passes through our inn. Without him, the people are starting to look for an alternate route through the mountain. It may sound weird to you, but while travelling, good food does wonders for morale. How did he disappear? I remember him acting weird for quite some time, smiling for no reason, whistling to himself, behaving suspiciously. Maybe he started smoking weed. And what if he's dead? That would be bad. Really bad. But I don't think he's dead. Arson was acting strange in the last few days. I'm sure something isn't right. This calls for a thorough investigation. And how did he disappear? Oh no, I've already asked one. Right, see what I can do. Yes, Aki, please do that. Find our poor Arson and better yet, bring it back to us. Our lives will be miserable without this cooking. Alright, and a couple of questions. Alright, Aki. Ask your questions. Curiosity needs to be satisfied. Tell me about the caravanserai. This building is much older than one might think. I heard it's around 500 years old, built during the rule of Shah Okirbat to supply his troops with provisions, and the caravanserai was built for traveling merchants to do business with the Shah's army. Surprisingly enough, it still fulfills the same purpose, apocalypse or no. So a Shah is a king, isn't it? And that's mostly of like Persian, so I guess we're more east than western, I guess? Not 100% sure. It's hard trying to place exactly where we are. What a great historical overview. The Mountain Pass of Woes, what's it like? If it weren't for the wild animals, robbers, and the bandits who took over the old castle, it would have been a real paradise. Untouched nature, the amazing Zagoremsk waterfall with its red waters, and according to rumor, there is an abandoned bunker somewhere in the mountains. I don't know if it's true or not. Well, the guy at the door knows that it exists, so ask away, Aki. What's the news around here? A land surveyor showed up recently. He's waiting for an official permit to pass through to Krasnozamonye. I heard that you let your land surveyors walk around freely, but not us. His profession is much too important to let him wander around wherever he wants. The roads are dangerous after all. Harsh but fair, I guess. And is that him, or is he the one that's pacing because he's trapped? Heard any good rumors lately? They say that before the war, the government conducted secret experiments in the area between our gorge and the Dead City. It's terrifying to imagine what they were studying there. Terrifying and unnecessary. After all, so many years have passed. That's true. Don't know whether my guy was saying that's true to the years have passed or that's true to the military experiments, because I guess Atom would know about that kind of thing. You see a tired old man in front of you. From time to time he bends down with a sigh and begins to sweep dust in a dust tray with an old-fashioned bone brush. Having noticed you, the old man stands up straight and shoots an unhappy stare in your direction.
All these adventurers walking around. Go away, don't bother me. Not all of us are wandering around the world without any purpose. Some of us need work.
Look, see, like, he just has that line pretty much, and he's got his own portrait. It's so cool. I guess he might have something later in the future. The fat man with the mad gaze that's moving frantically from side to side is so surprised when you approach him that he almost jumps up. Without wasting any time, he grabs your hand and starts talking quickly. Hey dude, are you an adventure seeker by any chance? Listen, help me. Just help a man out. I will make it worth your while, officer's honor, and you'll get a good reputation amongst the members of your court.
What officer? Of the pancake and syrup army?
Not important. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about everything later. So, this is what you have to do. What do I have to do? I'm intrigued. Actually, what does he have to sell? Jeez. Satisfied with the fact that he was able to attract your attention, the fat man slaps you on the shoulder and starts telling you a story. So here goes, dude. You see, I'm a postman, get it? I'm bringing mail to various people, and I used to bring mail to the old castle as well when I had a client there. But the last time I brought him his mail, I got into a little misunderstanding with one of his friends. I had to run, and long story short, I lost that important package near the castle. Can you go look for it? I would have went myself, but I'm afraid they'll shoot me. After all, we had quite a fight. I'll pay you an even grand. It's good money. Not a bad salary for a mailman. How can you have so much money to spend? I got it from my grateful client. So what's it going to be? So you stole from them and then lost your package running away. Here's the deal. I'll search the forest and bring your package, but for now, let's change the topic. Oh, that terminated the discussion. Ah, look at that. My future partner at the King's Court is back. Yeah, this guy does not look trustworthy. I mean, I know I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but from that and his description. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Well, if you insist, who are you even? I'm Sasha Stansevich, mailman to the people, of help to the everyday folk, and friend to the mice. Uh-huh. Well, you just let it slip. What are you doing here? Wait, did you say pay up? One more question. Pay up? That's strange. I tried to catch my breath. The guys from the castle made me a victim of persecution. They took away my client, but let's not talk about it anymore. Okay, and how do you like this place? Does it float your boat? It's okay, but I don't feel at home. It's these eyes everywhere, side glances. Textbook paranoia. Do you happen to know any gossip? I want everyone to know that I'm a man of honor, even though they don't like me there. I must say the old castle in the Mountain Pass of Woes is a very interesting place, and the people there are wonderful and unique, and dangerous. And what is this court you were talking about? Where do you want to talk me up? Ah, that's a good question, dude. The court of His Majesty Pippin, the Mice King. He lives under the old castle with his young princess and entourage. Ah, if you could only see the parties they have there. The mice peasants bake cheese pies and puff pastries with rustlers. The mice chefs cook sparrow roast, stuffed pigeons, sprat and aspic with cheese. I hope you understand the things you describe are purely imaginary. Your corpulent, confident, widely opens his eyes, covers his mouth with his hand and makes a loud shh sound. You fool. I know that, I'm not a kid, but how come you don't understand that if you start a rumor about something, it'll sooner or later come true? Like this one drug dealer I know. I mean, an experienced mailman, Blue Phil. He introduces himself as Adams with all the cops in Krasnoye Stamonye, and then one day some Adam fellow just materializes out of nowhere with a knife, a jar full of acid, and a couple of questions to my buddy. Doesn't matter. So, even if this Mice Kingdom doesn't exist, it'll soon appear. They'll find a way to shrink me and include me in the Royal Court. Don't you get it? Imagine how long a bag of devil weed would last me if I were the size of a mouse. I'd be able to get high every day until I retire. Jesus Christ. See how it is. Wait, what was that quest one? He buys his guts for some reason. And it's just the bar lady, because I assume I won't be able to... Oh, can I talk to this guy? Yawns loudly. A sumptuous, blushful woman. Blushful? Huh. A sumptuous, blushful woman is yawning and dusting crumbs and flies off the wooden bar. She looks bored, unhappy and busy at the same time. Let's be honest, this sounds like a complicated combo. Having noticed you, she shakes her head and says a short but important sentence in a bitter tone. We don't have any vodka. Well, I'm sure you must have something. Let me see the menu. Beer and milk. And cucumber brine. Interesting haul, I guess. I'd rather ask some questions. Haha, alright, ask your questions, mister. I could use some entertainment around here while it's so quiet. Where'd you get your produce from? Jesus, mister, it just falls from the sky, of course. Have you ever heard of manna from heaven? Once a week I go outside with a bucket on my head to catch it. The questions are stupid. From the traders, from the farmers, where else? Oh, sarcasm, I see. Is it hard to do your job? Would you like me to bring you a second apron? Try it and tell me. What kind of question is this? Hard? Not hard? Only bad news travels easy. Okay, and what's life around here? Is it safe? Well, now that our humble canteen has such a strong guardian watching over it, what safety issues can we possibly have? His questions could make any gangster's brain overheat. What is wrong with my questions? What's fresh gossip? Listen, mister, would you like me to put an old grandma scarf around your head? It's a very flattering accessory for people who gossip. I'm sure you'll look stunning. Woman puts her hands on her hips and starts loudly laughing at her own joke. Okay, so you don't leave empty-handed like Rivlin from Silesia, who tore our roof apart a couple of weeks ago. Some strange men passed through here. They spent the whole night studying an old military map. They were searching for the lost convoy. I have no idea what that thing is, but after our conversation, I went in the direction of the mountains. Okay, useful information. I'm thinking of renting a room. We have a room available. It'll be 50 rubles. I'll bring you some food. I've changed my mind, however. Actually, is everyone in the party healed? Looks just about. I'm still not fully though, am I? Yes, 47. Wait, why did everyone else get healed and I didn't? That's a bit weird. Whatever. I might as well rest up and then I can talk to that guy hopefully in the morning. Here's the money. I'm going to bed. Right, so he's not still in his room. Is he awake now? Ah, yeah, there we go. So I guess this guy's the charter. A skinny man of medium height is nervously glancing at his wristwatch, shifting from foot to foot and muttering something under his breath. The words start sounding clear as you approach him. Soon, so very soon. It'll be so easy in a couple of days. I've been Krasnoye Stamonye without caring the world. No problem at all. Oh, yeah? Can I help you? I want to ask a couple of questions. Oh, why do you want to get to Krasnoye Stamonye so badly? The man covers his eyes with his palms and sighs. I'll tell you why. After a long correspondence with a certain representative of the authorities, the so-called Chamber of Commerce, I was asked to become a local government official. But on my way to getting this new job, I got stuck. I'm stuck here in this caravanserai until I get the required papers. How is it possible to be stuck in a place like this? Even if there were an explanation for this, it would be empirical. It would defy all logic. I got a job in the Krasnostamonia municipality. I came here late one evening to enter the city. There was no transport anymore and I was out of money to pay for a room. He decided to ask me who I am. Recalling my past professions, I introduced myself as a land surveyor. The local authorities decided I was an important enough person to stay the night for free. When morning came, it turned out that the rumour that I was a land surveyor had also reached the bus drivers, and they refused to drive such a big shot without a convoy, fearing someone would want to kill or kidnap me on the way. Going back home also doesn't make any sense, because now I need to get to Krasnostamonia. I guess he's already answered that, but why don't you leave with the nearest transport? Oh yeah, right. Oh, yeah, it's a different thing. After I foolishly introduced myself as a land surveyor to get free room here for the night, drivers refused to take me to Krasnostamonia without convoy. Therefore, I requested a convoy from my employers in the city. But they first need to prove that I'm actually a land surveyor, because simple clerks aren't entitled to convoys. And I cannot admit that I'm no longer a land surveyor, because then I'll have to pay the owners of the caravanserai. So I've sent a request and started waiting for the official documents confirming my qualification from the Trudagad Land Surveyors Guild, where I used to be a member. But instead, I received a request for confirmation that I was indeed the land surveyor that used to be the member of the guild. So he's kind of snookered on all charges then. What papers are you looking for? Maybe I can help. Thank you, friend, but I'm already submitted all the necessary requests, and I've asked Krasnostamonia to send a convoy to get me. The Chamber of Commerce has asked me to prove that I am indeed a land surveyor. I've submitted a request to the Land Surveyors Guild. I was a member there once. They asked me to prove I am who I claim to be. Right now, the only thing left to do is wait. And try not to think too much about what will happen to me if at least one of the dozens of postmen carrying my documents will get into trouble. Oh, sometimes I escape the caravanserai walls and climb the highest mountain around, to see somewhere on the horizon the lights of Krasnostamonia, only to realize I'll never be able to get there. Well, at least you know the direction, I guess. Hang on, if he can just climb to a nearby mountain with, like, little effort and just see where Krasnostamonia is, couldn't I just hop in my car and drive in the direction with a compass? Guess I gotta overshoot, but if you can see the lights from there, if you get to a high place. Change of topic won't help me with my visit to Krasnostamonia, but it will spice up this conversation, so by all means, let's change the subject. Can I ask you some general questions, can I? Sure, it's not like I'm going anywhere, right? Where are you from, bud? I spawned to the northwest of these lands in a fairly large city. It was there that I learned to trade from my father. I also learned to read and write. It was there that I've lost my mother and father in a gangster raid. And from that moment on until fairly recently, I kept on travelling and offering my services to anyone who needed them. And, what do you know of this place? For me, this is a prison rather than a friendly inn. However, for the people who aren't bound by the unbreakable paper chains of bureaucracy, this place is quite safe. And what are the places of interest in the mountain pass? Out of all the checkpoints on the local map that I heard about, for some reason I found the old castle the most interesting. It's less than a day away from here. Maybe I should offer my services there. And care to share some gossip? A while ago, a travelling electrician stopped here, and he managed to catch a signal from the Krasnostamonia TV tower. Can you believe that? However, all we saw was a propaganda video about some toad ghouls that could be distinguished from real people only by the level of their dislike for regional government. Yeah, it was some pretty bad propaganda. Tell me, dumbass, are you a toad as well by any chance, huh? What if I stick a straw up your you-know-what and try to fill you with air and then threw you against the wall? Will there be a green stain left? I don't think so. You're trying to tell me that I will need to get a note that proves I'm not a toad as well? It seems to me that these toads aren't real. They're just a clever political trick. One more question. Actually, that's it, pretty much. The road is calling my name. All the best to you, comrade. Well, that looks like just about... Are those pigs? Oh no, shoot. They look really weird. Alright. I don't think there's anyone else outside, is there? Watches the flame. No, no one I can see. Right, so, I guess let's go on foot then. How big is this map? Right, so there's the castle. Oh, it's not massive. It is a proper castle, isn't it? Right, now which way do I go? Oh, I thought it was in that for a second, but I'm not, am I? Am I? Oh no, I was hidden. I thought it was a tree. Right, let's just walk this way, I guess. It goes by the castle, so that must be where I'm going. Spooky music there. Oh. Unshaven men jump from the trees and out of holes in the ground. It's the scourge of the Seven Forests, the woodland pirates. Something needs to be done about them. I guess if something needs to be done about them, I might as well attack them and see what they've got. pry bar, rusty sauna, 3-barreled handgun, rusty TT pistol. Not too much. Oh, god damn it, am I knocked down? Oh no. Any other ones of you have dynamite? No. Right. You know what? Zulbars, you attack. No, you don't hold position. Attack him. I'm gonna shoot this guy in the face. Hopefully finishing him. Nope. Oh well, Fidel, you can possibly do that. That's what I like to see. Zulbars, no. Alright, time to run. Every combat starts with Zulbars charging in, getting shot a load, and then running away. Quite literally with his tail between his legs. Right, 3-barreled handguns, not too much of an issue. Let's do the TT pistol guy. Nice. Ah, nice, Hexagen. Welcome back to the world of the living. Oh, damn, I use this stem. Oh, they're actually called forest pirates. Do they have any cool gear, or is it just like thorny armor? No, not really. I reckon they're going to take care of them, so I'll just see whether I can finish this guy. Nope. Holy shit. I do kind of wish that when we spawn in at the map, we could choose like what party composition, what position, like we have a grid that we can choose our deployments on, so I could like put Alexander at the front and space us out a bit. Because whenever we start and we're behind those guys with the dynamite, we always get hit by it. Alright, these guys have anything in particular on them? No, it just looks like random crap. That's why them has a note or something.